Hello everybody, my name is Eddie Cole and welcome to my channel. I have woken up to see terrible things. I the second I realized that this thing, whatever it is that I'm going to watch, is includes Jordan Peterson acting. I decided that I have to make even a YouTube comeback, I guess, because it's been quite a while since I've last made a video. So yeah, this I actually thought for a second that I must be in like a fever dream, because if you don't know, don't realize from my voice, I've been a little sick lately. So I kind of guessed that this might be some sort of a fever dream, but like I'm pretty sure this is real. If I'm going to hear Jordan Peterson himself singing, I will probably die out of joy. I I don't know what to expect, but this was so like absolutely, and I don't know how I haven't heard about this before, because this was like I think 2 days ago posted or something along those lines. I don't know how this isn't a bigger thing, because this seems strange. So I thought that I should probably react to this and watch this. So this is the postmodernist drinking song, presumably a music video created by Jordan Peterson. At least it seems very music video esque with all the acting and that stuff. And so it's okay. Yeah, there's even lyrics. So yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is a music video. Uh, so I've watched 21 seconds. We're gonna reel it back here and enjoy the experience. Let's go. Postmodernist drinking song. And just as a heads up, I will pause this a lot. uh, if like I managed to stretch the Mises versus Marx rap battle, which was like 8 minutes long. I managed to stretch it into an hour. So let's see how long this will take. I will be analyzing each and every nook and cranny of this video. So let's go. Oh, of course, sandals and socks. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, no, I didn't mean to put the subtitles on, but like, let's. Okay, now I want to comment on this a bit. Taco Kulak. Like, am I. I'm getting kind of the sense that. Like, is he actually poking fun at, like, consumerist culture? Like Taco Bell? Because, yeah, it's. I don't know specifically about Taco Bell, but knowing some fast food companies, they definitely don't have the best workers' rights to unionize, for example. So good for Jordan if he's turning into a comrade, even if it's at poking fun at the Soviet Union. That's fine by me. Oh God. As debate continues, let's see that for a moment. Do better, not okay. Do better. Exist. Sexist pig.
For the love of God, man, I want to be a resentful taco delivery boy. There's a real hell on earth. You know, I had a guy come up to me. We'll drink and drink and drink till someone blink and drink, don't blink to save his love. The known universe, already invented, philosophical notions. Most just left yourself an absolute mess. Michel Foucault was a genuine pervert, and it made him awful sad. He invented.
Yeah, I'm definitely awake. Uh, okay, so there's some things here to getting on. So there was this Jordan Peterson Muppet show here or something. Uh, well, it's not a Muppet technically, but uh, drink don't think. I'm assuming that the drinking doesn't have like much value here because it's just a drinking song, so it's kind of like I think this is the chorus or something. So okay, but so first he seems kind of annoyed at this, or maybe intrigued.
Guy come up to me. Left yourself an
Maybe I'm just I think I'm just too low IQ to understand the genius of Jordan Peterson, and I'm assuming that Jordan Peterson wrote this whole thing because no one else could. Okay, so hold on. Okay, now I'll just get to the meat of it because we jump right into Michel Foucault here and start by criticizing him, and of course because this is the postmodernist drinking song, so we will of course have here the Jordan Peterson's favorite postmodernist thinkers like Michel Foucault, who of course wasn't really even a postmodernist thinker. He was barely even post-structuralist. Actually, I would think it'd be kind of a disservice even to say that he was a post-structuralist. And of course, we will probably here include Derrida, that's my guess, because those are the only two postmodernists that exist, one of whom who is not a postmodernist, and the other who kinda maybe Derrida could be considered a postmodernist. It's kind of there. Post-structuralist, yes, but postmodernist. Uh, so we're off to a good start. What else am I gonna guess? He's going to be talking about postmodern neo-Marxism, of course, without actually pointing out at any Marxists, because he can't, as brilliantly demonstrated by Slavoj Žižek during their debate. Well, what else will we have here? Of course, something about wokeness and critical race theory, intersectionality, obviously. Because everything, all of that just fits into a postmodernist framework. Meta narratives are like Marxism, of course, fit there perfectly, and like even intersectionality and those are meta narratives too. So I really, I'm sure they're gonna be featured here, because of course, because postmodernism is just this thing which is evil. It's like I don't even know. But so Michel Foucault was a genuine pervert. Okay, so let's address some things. If this is trying to claim that Michel Foucault himself was a pedophile, there's absolutely no proof of that. Uh, I think the claims that were made in like about his where did he go? Was it Tunisia or Algeria? I don't remember, but those claims about his pedophilia, I'm pretty sure those have been debunked like pretty well. However, if this is referring to him signing the act against the criminalization of pedophilia yeah, during May '68, then yes, that's true. He did. He was one of the French thinkers at the time who were opposed to criminalizing pedophilia. I'm pretty sure it was that he thought that people above the age of 13 could consent. And I hold that against him. That's absolutely atrocious. But still, that's like such a minuscule part of his philosophy. And I particularly like Foucault's ideas myself. I'm not a postmodernist, and neither is a Foucault, of course. But still, I like him a lot. There are some post-structuralist ideas that I don't like so much, but I do enjoy myself a bit of Foucault, so I'm going to defend him here a lot, but not if it's about his pedophilia. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot. I should probably mute my mic when I do that or something, but nonetheless, uh, if it's going to just be picking at the faults of like these very minor things about Foucault's philosophy, then I don't really like that. But let's see. Just one small thing there. Was that Mikhaila? Peterson's daughter. I don't know. What the fuck? Let's see. Okay, I'm just clearly not sophisticated enough to understand the beautiful symbolism here on screen. So I think that's Jordan himself wearing a big mask and doing some of this. What? Okay, so let's see. All quite math. So first of all, well, I I have to hand it to Peterson. I guess that kind of fits the all quite mad because Foucault was famous about defending people who were well mentally insane, probably not mentally insane, but mentally ill people, so long as those mental illnesses did not cause harm to themselves or to others. And I, to some extent, I agree, so long as it doesn't uh, result in irrationality. But then again, I would say that unless their behavior is bad, then they aren't irrational, because irrationality is what leads to uh, morally condemnable behavior. So I think the criticism of Foucault on that case is kind of, I don't necessarily know if I could agree with it. Critical race is now a noia, so I assume that he's talking about critical race theory, which is a completely diluted term. It's like a very like the actual critical race theory. That's like a very very niche academic term to describe a framework, more like that proposes like different hypotheses on the functions of systematic racism, but it's not like this whole fucking thing. Like, these are the things that, because postmodernism is just this thing that has all the things bad, and critical racist theory is also one of those things, and so is intersectionality and feminism and Marxism. Yeah. uh, they accuse and satirize all around us. Oh, hold on, let's keep something multiplying. So if multiplying just means that uh, ideas are spreading, yeah, I think that's okay. That ideas are spreading. I think that's okay, and I think Jordan Peterson would categorize himself as a free speech absolutist. So, yeah, it's time we cut them down to size. Okay, maybe my English isn't just perfect, but like that's that sounds slightly genocidal. Or at the very least, if I interpret it the most, give it the most favorable uh, interpretation I can, it sounds very censorship like. Because it either means that we have to censor these people or we have to literally cut them down to size. I think that's what that means. I could be completely wrong because my English is obviously not my native language, but Jesus Christ. Okay, let's continue. Hold on, what does he Gordo Taco Gulag Gordo? What am I not getting? Gordo. No, I don't care. Oh, of course. Do you remember how I mentioned that Derrida would also be here? Because those are the two only postmodernists, Foucault and Derrida. So deconstructing in every way, I'm going to assume that's talking about uh, Derrida, and I find it funny because, yeah, because it's post-structuralism that Derrida is known for, not necessarily postmodernism. I think that Derrida is much more postmodernist than Foucault. Foucault only had like some postmodernist leaning ideas. Derrida, however, has actually like some of his frameworks like kind of rely on postmodernist ideas. And now, all this being said, I haven't actually read Derrida. I have read Foucault, but I haven't read Derrida, so I can't like say that much about him. But I mean, I'm going to guess that I still know more than Peterson. I would really like if Peterson had to, in each claim he made about postmodernism and Marxism, I would really like if he would have a citation to each a single claim. And that's like, if if he's saying like that, well, postmodernism is the sleight of hand. Like, please refer me to some like paragraphs from Foucault's work that somehow proves that. I don't know. Yeah, Derrida, hello. Really? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. But it's not necessarily that. Well, yeah, I mean, I would agree that he challenged a lot of ancient wisdom, but, that's philosophy, you know, challenging usual ideas. Well, I mean, that's not like the definition of philosophy, but it's a part of it. I don't know if that's necessarily wrong. Well, I mean, he pointed out structural issues within society. I'll also say that I hate how I have to like defend thinkers that I don't even necessarily agree with, and like, yeah, like I like Foucault. I agree with a lot of things Foucault has said. I don't like Derrida that much. I think he goes far too deep into post-structuralism. I don't like post-structuralism even. I don't even really like post-structuralism that much. There are some ideas that I'm really sympathetic towards, but in general, but he's just stretching their ideas so far. They don't even occupy any of the actual ideas these people represent. Okay, so okay, okay, so Tanahishi, I don't know much about him. I know enough to point out that I'm pretty sure it's not Nahisi but Nehisi, like written with an E. I don't know much about him. Kimberly Crenshaw, I only know I'm sorry, her, because of like, she's the inventor of intersectionality, I guess. Like, so again, we're attacking. the people, not their ideas. This is also like a pretty good sign of propaganda when we're actually just pointing out some of these people and not actually saying anything about their ideas, but just saying about the people. They are all pretentious. This is actually weird. Did he actually get Ben Shapiro to cameo there? Okay, so we're talking about Judith Butler now. And of course, we're using the wrong pronoun there. You know, she. They go by they. Judith Butler. I don't know why it's even done that because it's just one letter more. They versus she. Like it's not even about easing the writing process. It's one fucking letter. I don't know. This shouldn't be the part that triggers me the most because this all is so absolutely bullshit. But I just find it funny. Like, how is it like even out of politeness, or just like a simple way to respect? What? Why refer to someone by a pronoun that they do not want to be associated with? I don't actually know if Judith Butler is okay with being referred to as she, but I know that they primarily go by they. So I wonder what's so fucking hard about it. And okay, so but they're nothing compared to Butler. Okay, so we're talking about Butler. Obviously, I guess Butler would be like Peterson's arch nemesis because Butler draws a lot of stuff from Michel Foucault and Derrida, but like, I, but they're nothing compared to Butler. They're very different people. Like, of all these three like great philosophers that have been mentioned, like Butler's definitely my favorite out of those. I think they have like uh, one of the greatest, I guess, frameworks of gender created. I think it's very good, and I mean, I think their interpretations of Lacan are very on point. And once again, we are of course not saying anything about Butler. Well, I mean, I guess I guess it makes sense because obviously Peterson hasn't ever read Foucault or Derrida or Butler, and neither have any of his fans. So it kind of makes sense just to point and say, okay, this is these are the devils. We just have to make them fade away. Is he actually like wishing for the death of a person? Like, okay, well, I think Peterson has done that multiple times, but like, nonetheless, it just makes me kind of feel feel kind of weird. Who's this supposed to be? Yeah, of course. We already had the green haired liberal. Now we have the blue haired liberal drinking out of a. I mean, I want that. The fucking flamingo cup. That's absolutely awesome. I want that. Oh, okay, of course. Oh, are we getting a Peterson solo here? I just want to hear him sing. Like honestly, that's what I'm waiting for here.
Truly not helpful. With his assurance nothing's real.
Call me pig.
Okay, so talking about Rorty here a bit, like I don't even like Rickard Rorty. Once again, I hate defending these people, some of them, but like, come on, Rickard Rorty, just wiping away all of his ideas by saying that he's trying to assure people that nothing's real. Like, come on. Like, I've actually even never heard Peterson talk about Rorty, so I just I don't know what to say anymore. This just makes me feel bad, and I think that's Stalin, and that's definitely the hammer at the sickle, AK-47. Let's see what that says. Yeah, yeah, got it. The people's meatball. All right. Lenin and Stalin, AK-47, hammer and sickle. Like, I don't understand the association with these people have with like all this woke stuff, progressive leftism at the Soviet Union. Like, talk to any like progressive leftist who actually like engages with the ideas and like actually reads anything, like anything at all. Like, none of them would be in support of the Soviet Union. Like, you have to be absolutely brain dead if you are. And like, I have on this channel, I have like defended even Soviet Union just because these people, these kind of people, the Jordan Peterson and whoever is, they just stretch the truth so far. Like, basically saying that communism has killed more than any ideology. Like, talking about like Soviet communism and Orthodox Marxism and that kind of stuff. Marxist Leninism, and saying that it has killed more than any ideology. Like, yeah, it's fucking horrible, but it's nothing compared to how much capitalism and imperialism has killed. Like, I just don't understand why they connect communism, this idea that is only theirs, that doesn't really exist in reality, but this ultimate evil, you know, uh, Stalinism and I hate how I have to say that they're like stretching the truth when they're saying that this like the Soviet Union is the ultimate evil, because like Marxist Leninism is evil. It's a bad fucking ideology, and I say that as a socialist. Marxist Leninism is fucking brain dead, absolutely. But I still have to kind of defend it here, because these people are saying that I don't even know at this point. Let's just continue.
What of hunger?
Yeah, what about it? So the only thing that I understand of Jordan Peterson's genius here is that maybe that kind of refers to how we are not actually talking about real problems such as hunger. Why, I don't know why I did quotation marks there. Freudian slip maybe because I'm such a bad progressive leftist, but like yeah, I think that's a real trouble. Hunger, yes. So how about we actually focus on the progressive issues, the social issues, and also on hunger? Like, I just think I don't understand why this dichotomy. It's not that hard. We are currently focusing on many different problems. Why just all right?
Mr. Skeptic? When a child lacks a meal,
I feel like everyone hates her. Like it's not, it's kind of a universal on what like most lefties and most right wingers can kind of agree on. I think that she is not a good person. Actually, I don't know why right wingers or why. Hold on. Okay, I don't know enough about her to say anything. I won't pretend to know more than I do. But like, okay. Well, if she did that, then yeah, she's wrong. It can be raping, of course, but like, okay. Okay, first of all, isn't she white? I could be completely wrong there, but I don't know. Uh, so Robin DiAngelo, I haven't read White Privilege, or did she make another book after White Privilege? I don't know, but generally speaking, I think the ideas she conveys are completely correct. But I think she kind of gave a lot of power for like right wingers and the like by referring it to as like you know white privilege. What she talks about in her book. Uh, I presume I haven't read it, as I said. Jesus, but like I think it could be better if it was like universal privilege or something. I know it's not that catchy of a title, but like because all of the things she probably talks about, as I've understood the book, uh, I think those can be made very universal. They don't even have to only be about race, because they can be about all majority and minority issues. Hold on, is the book's name even White Privilege? What's the name of the book? Because I've just understood the book is like about how it's hard for white people to talk about racism and understand racism and racial issues. But yeah, anyway, I think it would be. I think your ideas can be universalized for any like a minority majority group, and I guess this is kind of a no-brainer. But nonetheless, like that the majority uh, in basically in any situation is enabled to see the oppression or to understand the oppression and to talk about the oppression of the minority and how of course structurally systems attempt to create conditions in which it is harder for uh, the majority to understand that oppression, and these structures also attempt at making the majority not want to understand the oppression. So I think I generally speaking, I think if I've understood the book, what the book is about, I think the idea is pretty like solid, but I think it could be universalized, and I think doing that would have been more effective against the right wing in showing that this is like universal and it doesn't even only have to be about race. It could be about any minority issue. So yeah, let's continue. Are we actually just like making death threats here? Because there was that one line about like cutting them down. Then we wanted to kill Judith Butler, and now we also want to kill D'Angelo. I'm a good heartfelt Christian. I wouldn't want death even on Jordan Peterson or any like right wing talking head. I wouldn't wish it upon honestly pretty much anyone. Although even if it would be rational to do so. But I wouldn't. I just don't understand how like Republicans, conservatives, well I guess those kind of yeah. you know. But I just I don't understand how conservatives, who are all about like traditional values so much, how can they like forget the most important of conservative values, which is like neighborly love and like you know unconditional forgiveness and all kind of that stuff. You know what the New Testament talks about. I know Peterson isn't necessarily a Christian, although he kind of alludes to each and every Christian idea without actually being a Christian. So bad on you, Peterson. I guess is that? I think that's Peterson. Yeah, but like I don't know. Now Peterson's angry. It feels like. I have to say the song is kinda catchy. I have to say, and am I seeing? I just need to see this. Okay, okay, I didn't get to hear Peterson singing, but honestly, him dressed as like an anarcho-communist is probably the second best thing that could have happened. I will have like this picture printed upon my head. Holy shit! I will tell my grandchildren that Jordan Peterson was like an anarcho-communist who led the led the revolution, and just show them this picture. I'm sad that I didn't like see him throw any Molotovs or something. But here, there's not much to say about this end here. But I guess this like, all right, let's be honest. Like all of these burning in our cities, it's all kind of alludes to Black Lives Matter. We have to like acknowledge, uh, Black Lives Matter, considering its size, like how far spread it actually was, can be considered one of the most peaceful protests in history. Okay, that might be an exaggeration because I don't know like how you would actually relativize that, but honestly, like the number of deaths and how much property had been destroyed in an intercontinental protest, like it's very minuscule and relatively speaking very good. Of course, any deaths, any killings, any looting, stealing, all that, I disavow that all, definitely. But it's weird how it has become this kind of like symbol about how entire fucking cities burned down to the ground. Like I've actually heard like some folks say that, and I just don't understand it. Like obviously there is, like it's a large protest. Shit happens, I guess. uh, what is it worth the killings and all that? Uh, I can't say it is because I of course think that all of it could be technically like achieved without anyone dying, anyone suffering much, but like nonetheless, I think Black Lives Matter and the protests are a good thing, even if there are those mistakes that have happened. Terrible mistakes, of course. But nonetheless, like, it was a peaceful protest. Like, 99% of the time. So I just don't understand this, okay? Was there anything else here? just Peterson preparing to destroy. I don't know where does he live? Like in Toronto? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, and this of course represents Derrida making snow angels. Or hold on, is that supposed to be Derrida or Butler? I'm not even sure. Should have the pipe on if it's Butler. If it's Derrida. So yeah, I think this was the video. Like, I think it's pretty obvious how much of this is just like pure propaganda. I was actually wrong about something because they didn't actually talk about Marxism that much. I think all of my other guesses were kind of correct. Maybe like Peterson's kind of realized that the postmodern neo Marxism thing doesn't really work. No, that would be rational of him. So no, he probably still thinks that. But nonetheless, uh, not a very good song, not a very good video, but this ending bit here is among the greatest things I have ever seen. So great where credit is due. And the tune is a little catchy. I have to be honest. The words are like really bad. Like from a musical perspective here, like some of the rhymes are just so forced, like so forced. Like I noticed, like here somewhere in the very beginning, just how like here maybe somewhere like it's just very poor. Uh, it's propaganda, as said. Uh, Not even very good because I feel like a lot of right wingers even would be kind of laughing at this. Actually, I don't know. I feel like this is kind of because this hasn't been really viral. Like the way Peterson's like the video on the Elliot Page situation that kind of went viral, uh, and there were a lot of people saying like, "What the fuck? This dude is completely insane." But that's because there were more like people who aren't so radicalized to right wing ideas. But I feel like because this hasn't surprisingly this hasn't gone really viral. I don't think. So uh, I don't know. Like I feel like the people who watch this will like this a lot, and that makes me sad because it's just further propagandizing. And of course, like they did it like I know it's a 5 minute song, so it would be kind of hard to actually try and criticize the ideas of fucking Foucault, Derrida, and Butler. You could write books about that and still be completely wrong. But like at least you could have tried and not just attack the person. You know, calling uh, Foucault a pedophile. And once again, I'm absolutely not defending Foucault himself defending pedophilia, but I'm defending the fact that Foucault was not a pedophile. And like about Derrida, I don't even remember what he said about Derrida. He just kind of said that he was like trying to debunk ancient wisdom. Yeah, sure. Also, like it's a lot about aesthetics too, because it's like portrayed as uh, almost like Derrida trying to do some absolutely foundational thing, like the betrayal of the West here, when his deconstructing of ancient wisdom fails, as if that's not like the thing that not only all philosophers do, but like all people do at some point. Like trying to think through ideas, like even ancient primeval ideas, and trying to deconstruct them. Because what does ancient wisdom even in this case mean? Like, where do we go? Like Thales? Do we like try to deconstruct the idea that everything is made out of water? Because I think that's being kind of deconstructed already. Like I just don't get this. I I really don't. And then of course we also want to kill Butler for some reason. I don't want to kill you, Peterson, but I mean I know you won't see this, but I just want to kind of speak personally here. I don't want to kill you, but you seemingly want to kill a lot of people. I that's okay. Or no, I mean that's not okay. But sure, mate, you do you. As long as you don't. But yeah, this just isn't very good. I guess that's about all I have to say about this. So thank you for watching. Thank you and goodbye.